Welcome to Pampered Chef Cooking with Rob. I'm Rob. Tonight we're going to make cracked chicken. Cracked chicken, you say? Come back and join us and you'll see how it gets its name. Okay, we're back and ready to do our cracked chicken. We're going to start out with a couple chicken breasts. So I'm just going to open a package here. They can be thawed or these are slightly frozen, but they'll be okay. We're going to put 2 chicken breasts in. I'll wash my hands real quick. I want to make sure we do that, especially when we're dealing with raw meat. And raw chicken is one of those things. Okay, we've washed our hands after touching the chicken. I'm going to move it out of the way so I don't get tempted to touch that again. Okay, as always, the recipe for this evening is below in the description. Feel free to use that recipe there. So tonight we're going to start with our chicken breast. I'm going to go through real quick and just talk about the products we're going to be using this evening, Pampered Chef products. We're going to be using the air fryer to make some nice crispy bacon, yummy. We're going to be using the multi-cooker to cook our chicken. Now you could do the chicken in a crock pot or a slow cooker, but you know, a lot of times when you get home in the evening, you don't have time to cook something all night in the crock pot. This is going to take about 15 minutes in the multi-cooker. So I've got our chicken. We're going to take our 8 ounces of cream cheese. I'm just going to cut that into some cubes. Doesn't have to be real small. Cut that real quick. Drop those in. We just want to kind of spread it out so it's not in one big glob. We're going to take a pack of ranch seasoning. Notice I'm using our cutting mat tonight, one of my favorite Pampered Chef products. The kitchen shears, I'll be using those to open up the bacon. And of course my Santoku knife is one of my favorite cutting instruments. If I can get this open. And we'll pour our ranch seasoning straight in the multi-cooker. And then I'm going to use a ½ cup of water to go with that. We've got to make sure we've got liquid in our quick cooker to create that steam and that cooking. All right, that's it. Now I'm going to close the lid to the multi-cooker. Everything's backwards where I'm standing behind. Oh, I did forget one thing. I want to put in some green onions here. So I'm just gonna kind of coarsely chop some green onions. I've already washed these and cut off both ends. Just like that extra onion flavor in my cracked chicken. Maybe cut out some of the greener ones here. And we're going to open it back up and throw in our green onions. Ooh, they smell good. Give it some good flavor there. All right. We'll close her back up. Make sure our power button is on. And we're ready to go. We need 15 minutes, so I'm going to look at, it's a little hard going backwards here. Let's see what poultry pulls up. Poultry pulls up 15 minutes, so that's perfect. 15 minutes on high. So I'm just going to hold. Everything is set the way I want it. Just going to hold down until it says run, and that means our chicken is on its way to being done. While it's doing that, I'm going to, at the same time, we're going to cook some bacon in our air fryer. And we're going to use, tonight, we're going to use an awesome tray made especially for the Pampered Chef air fryer. And it is a 2-part tray that actually catches the grease or any drippings that comes off of the food that you got here. So we need six slices of bacon. I got a thick cut, so it's going to be really nice in our cracked chicken. And for those of you that have not cooked bacon in the air fryer, oh, it is wonderful. I know a lot of people that bake bacon in the oven, but this is so much quicker and easier because you can do it right in the air fryer and not have to heat up the oven. comes out as good or better than if you fried it in the skillet. So I'm going to put, these are some big pieces of bacon, so I'm going to put 4 pieces there, and I'm going to go ahead and take out another tray, and I'm going to put this on top so that when it drips, it'll also drip down in the tray that's going to catch the grease. We do have a tray in the bottom just in case, but I'm going to put an extra piece on there because you know how I like it. If 6 pieces of bacon is good, 7 is probably better. Okay, we're going to slide that in. We're going to slide this in on top. We're going to air fry. So air fry temperature comes up to 400 degrees. I'm going to click yes, I want 400 degrees, and we're going to do for 10 minutes. And that should give us a good crispy bacon, and that'll be ready for our chicken as soon as our chicken's done. So come back and join us, and we'll put it all together, and you'll see just how delicious the cracked chicken is. Okay, we're back. Our bacon is done out of the air fryer. Our chicken is done in the multi-cooker. I keep calling it the quick cooker, but multi-cooker. Now I'm going to go ahead, and the difference between this and the quick cooker, there are some different places where things happen here. On the quick cooker, we had our steam release on top, and on the multi-cooker, it is down here. So I'm going to step back because the steam is going to spew out as soon as I hit, but I'm going to hit the steam button to quick release our steam. It gives me a second there to get back, but of course that's hot, so you want to stay away from the steam release. So while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and shred up some cheddar cheese that we're going to put in our cracked chicken. I have some pretty big pieces here, so I'm not using the guard. Well, this is kind of crumbling on me, so I might have to use the guard here in a second. There is a finger guard so that you don't get your fingers close to, well, I guess I'm going to need it. I usually don't use it because a big piece of cheese, but since my cheese fell apart, I'm going to put my cheese in the cheese guard and do it this way so my fingers don't get close to the guard. And that'll give you a chance to see. It spits out one little piece here for me, but we're all shredded up. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and chop up my bacon. Okay, nice and crisp out of the air fryer. Perfect. You can see how flat it is. Okay, great way to cook bacon is in the air fryer. I'm going to chop that up real quick. And you could cook it a little shorter if you don't like it as crispy, but for this dish, crispy is a good thing. And you're starting to see why it's called cracked chicken. It is so addictive because it has so many delicious things in it. It's got chicken, and that's probably the least addictive, but the chicken, cream cheese, cheddar cheese, bacon, onions, ranch dip. Oh my goodness. Now you're seeing why it is hard to resist. Okay, so we're done releasing steam. So I'm going to open the multi-cooker. Ooh, yes. Okay. Another tool I'm going to use this evening is the Quick Shred from Pampered Chef. These are awesome. This one's a little thinner in between, so you can actually take this and you can slice meat with it. This one's a little thicker, more of a claw. There's a magnetic grip that grips them together, so when you store them or put them in the cabinet, they stick together. What I really like about these, one, they're heavy duty. They're super heavy. They're super sturdy. But instead of having like a lot of them that I've used, they have like claws that you hold with your hands and you're really close to the meat. These have nice long handles, so my hands are never going to come close. So I could pull the meat out and shred it, but I'm just going to leave it right there in the multi-cooker. Okay, I'm shredding the chicken. It's in here. And you can see this isn't, with 2 chicken breasts in here, this isn't enough for a huge family. So you might want to double or triple or whatever to make this recipe. Get the cream cheese and the ranch dressing mixed up really good. Okay, then we're going to add our bacon. Oh, bacon, bacon, bacon. And then we're going to add our cheddar cheese. And then we're going to give that a stir to mix it in. And now you're seeing why we're calling this cracked chicken. It is irresistible. Once you start eating it, it's hard to stop. Okay, we've got it all mixed together, and of course, now I want to give it a taste. Now, this would be a great dish for if you're on a keto diet, low carb diet. If you didn't use the bun that I'm about to use, you could just eat it on your plate. You could eat it wrapped in lettuce. You could use it. You could dip vegetables in it. So there's different ways you could eat it. I'm going to eat it on bun because that's the way I want to eat it this evening. So this would not be the low carb version because I am going to put it on a bun and give this a taste. Hopefully I don't burn myself. Wow. The cream cheese mixed with the ranch is just awesome. The chicken is fall apart. It only took 15 minutes in the multi-cooker. You add the bacon. It gives it, not only does it give it a good bacon flavor, it gives it a good crisp, good crisp texture. And the cheese adds everything that you need in a cracked chicken sandwich. So thanks for joining us this evening. I know you will love this cracked chicken. So you got to make sure grab one of the multi-cookers, air fryers for your bacon, not only for this recipe but for all the time bacon and eggs or anything else that you want to do. So thanks for joining us this evening. Be sure and like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. We've got all kinds of new videos coming out. We've got new products coming out all the time. So be sure and follow us so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for joining us again. Pampered Chef Cooking with Rob.